So let's take a look at my complete loadout from this last backpacking trip. And let's take a look at all this stuff right now. Now that was an awesome backpacking trip. Great people, great trail, the weather was insane. It was sunny and windy. 2 seconds later, it was snowing, still windy. But all in all, a great trip. And I'm glad I went. Made new friends. And all my gear worked out fantastic. Hey, it's Rob, RPelton1. Thanks so much for joining me once again. I'm going to take a look at my complete loadout from this last backpacking trip. And if you like these kinds of videos, you like gear review videos, you like outdoor trip videos, consider subscribing right down there. But let's break down my gear and see what worked. All right. Here's all my crap. Now, I've been through a lot to figure out what gear works best. I've replaced a lot of things. I've used this instead of that. I have a couple of videos that show what different things I've replaced, and I'll link that video right up here. And I gotta say, they worked out really, really well. But I'm gonna fly through this fairly fast. If you have any questions on this gear, leave those questions down in the comments below, and I read every single one of them, and I'll respond appropriately. All right, so first things first, we're just gonna get to the clothing of it right now. The hat, I use this Eco Gear lightweight nylon hat. It's kind of like an outdoor research hat. I got it in Maine. It was like 20 bucks, but the thing has been awesome. But this thing has worked out awesomely well. This thing has been awesome. It's a Merrill hoodie. It's got the waffle weave to it. It's just like an outdoor research, except it's half the price, maybe a third of the price. But this thing has been awesome. It's got a lot of zippered pockets, and these are the pockets I use when I slept to put my phone, my headlamp, my water filter, anything that needed protection from the cold while I slept, stayed in this thing as I slept, and it worked awesome. Love it. The shirt, Eddie Bauer, dry fit. I got this at the clearance thing, and I got a bunch of them, and it's worked well. It doesn't smell great right now, but you know, what are you gonna do? Watch. This is a Timex Expedition. Got it on Amazon. This thing is awesome. Got a NATO band for it, but very, very comfortable. Love this thing, especially in the middle of the night when you gotta pee. You can just kind of peek real quick what time it is. You know, it's pretty sweet. Shoes. Y'all know about these already. Ultra Lone Peak 4s. These things are absolute beasts, and I love them. I do have an overview of these shoes as well, and I suppose I'll link that right up there. But these things were actually awesome. Socks, darn tough. Seems to be the way to go. There's a lot of other brands out there, but these are fantastic. One pair did get wet from a mud bog on Saturday, but they dried out pretty well because these things drain really well. But then I had an extra pair to wear the next day, and these things were just fantastic. Pants. These are the Renegade, cool Renegade pants. And these things I've wore all over the place. I wore these in the Himalayas. I hiked in the Himalayas for 3 months with a pair of these, and they're still going strong. I spilled my beer. But I love them to this day, especially for cool weather hiking. These things are fantastic. They have a DWR coating on it, so I mean they're not waterproof, but they will shed light rain, snow, drizzle, that kind of thing. And they're stretchy, and they're just awesome. Underwear, they're just Fruit of the Loom, 87% spandex, 7% nylon, breathable underwear. Don't get excited. Trekking poles. I bought these with the intention to actually try these things out. These are the Kelty ones. They got like the shock absorbers in them. They're nice. They're not all that heavy, cork grips. I just hate trekking poles. Maybe I'll get used to them one day, but as of right now, I don't like them. Let's get into the pack. Let's go this way. I got these water bottle pocket holders to keep up front from Justin's Ultralight on Etsy. I'll put a link to these pockets down in the description, but it's just a little custom shop, and these things are fantastic. They help distribute some weight in the front. So 2 liters of water is 4.4 pounds up front. I always keep a standard lid on one bottle and then the flip top on the other, and this is the one that I use to back flush my water filter. But these things are awesome. Always have 2 of them here. Hip belt pocket on the left side. Carry my little Spyderco pocket knife, which goes into my pocket once I get to camp. I also carry a little flow fold wallet. This is to hold a credit card, my driver's license, a little bit of cash, and then I keep some business cards in here too. A shuttle service for the Superior Hiking Trail, and then when I'm filming and people ask me what I'm filming, I can give them a business card of my YouTube channel. That's how dorky I am. Oh yeah, forgot. Headlamp, rechargeable, awesome. Lighter, that stays in one of the hip pockets. And of course, gloves. That's it. These are like Realtree Walmart brand gloves, and they worked awesome. The right side, hip belt pocket. My trusty microfiber cloth to help prevent that, and also it's good to wash sensitive areas before you go to bed. Also in the right hand pocket, Tang water flavoring. There's no sugar in it, but it tastes like Tang. It's a little break from just regular water. Love it. Filter some water, squirt, you're good to go. Put some flavor in your life. Top brain, all right? Right up top, keep my poop kit. Deuce of Spades trowel, toilet paper, hand sanitizer. I mean, obviously, when you need it, you need it. I also carried this REI sit pad. It was on clearance for like $6, and I figured I would just buy it. You know, I mean, it weighs virtually nothing. But all you do, a couple puffs and it blows right up. I used it for a sit pad to keep my bum warm in my chair. I also used it as a butt pad to go in my hammock to help with cold butt syndrome. And the really cool thing is once it's blown up, you can snap it together like this and it'll create like kind of a makeshift pillow for you. But this thing is awesome. I think I'm just gonna start carrying this from now on, because even if I don't want to break out the chair, I can just sit on this on a log or even on the ground, which is pretty sweet. That's it for the top brain. On the underside of the brain, super easy, rain cover. That's it. Never use the rain cover at all on this trip. Front meshy pouch. My outdoor research helium hybrid rain jacket. I wore this quite a bit, not because for moisture protection, but more for wind protection. It was super, super windy on this trip, and this thing was invaluable. So I'm super glad I brought this. And then combined with that, some Rei Rain Pants. Again, more so for warmth and wind protection. Wear them for camp pants, essentially. These are the Rei Talispheres. That's it for the mesh sleeve. Sorry for the interruption, but right through the backyard, I heard a little grunting. And 3 does came strolling through, followed by a kind of a nice little 8-point buck. Let's see if he comes strolling out here. There he is. Little guy. Not huge. But if I was bow hunting, I'd take him. Well, that was pretty cool. I gotta love Mother Nature. Back to the task at hand. So right on top, strapped to the top, is my Helinox Chair Zero. I love this thing. I won't go anywhere without it now. This thing's fantastic. Alright, so on the side of the pack, I keep in a Cuban fiber tent pole sack are the spreader bars for my Ridge Runner and the tent pole mods for my tarp to lift the sides of the tarp out. That stays right on the side, super easy. My merino wool buff, needed it for sleeping and to help keep that draft off my neck. Also, just a regular old REI like acrylic beanie, nothing fancy. I think I got it on clearance and it worked really, really well. On the other side, the water bladder to filter the dirty water from. The actual filter itself, the Sawyer Squeeze with the flip cap mod. The top portion of a smart water bottle with the Sawyer adapter so I can funnel dirty water easily into that bag for filtering. And also is my cook kit. This is the one that has the fancy feast stove in it, and it worked out really, really well. I did find that I used more fuel than normal. I think it's maybe because it was colder than usual, but it took me a little bit more than an ounce to get 2 cups of water boiling. So you got to keep that in mind for the future. That does it for the side. Now into the main pack. Right on top is my food bag. This is a Z-Packs food bag. It's like their smaller, medium size. But this thing is awesome. It's lightweight, it's waterproof, which is really cool. I ate all my food, so that's cool. I have a Packet gourmet koozie. They sent this to me for free because I bought too much food from them. But it worked really well. It kept my food warm for a long time on those cold evenings, so I really appreciated that. Then, of course, you get the bear line with the carabiner. And I carved myself a PCT hang stick just to keep with it. Still smells fresh. Pretty cool. And then right when I get to camp, I usually like to kick off my shoes and put on some camp shoes. These are just the regular old Crocs. You know, super light, comfortable. Love to wear these around camp. I have my Diddy Bag. I always carry this thing with me. I have a video on this as well. And I use just about everything in this bag. And the one thing is this giant Anchor battery pack. This thing is like 26,800 milliamps. I can charge my iPhone like 10 times or something. It is awesome. I charge my headlamp with it. It's just fantastic. It's super overkill for what I need it for, and it's heavy. This thing's like almost a pound. I think I'm gonna try to get something about half the size to carry less weight, because this thing is an absolute beast. But hey, it worked. And this also stayed in my pocket of my fleece when I slept too, by the way. Then also in here, this is sweet. If you guys don't know what this is, you should look it up right now. Pause the video, open up another window. This is from Ridgeline Media Systems, the Hangtime hook. Now, Eric over there, he saw one of my old videos, and he saw that I had a G1, a Generation 1 Hangtime hook, and he kind of made fun of me. He's like, hey man, glad you're digging the hook. Let me send you a brand new one. And this one is beautiful. It's smooth. It looks like it was injection molded, which is nice. But most importantly, it fits easily on my Ridgeline, and I can put my phone in here so I can watch movies before I go to bed or watch YouTube videos. So get a Ridgeline Media System for your hammock. That's it. Click buy now. That's it. And then the rest is just the rest in a Diddy bag. My Warbonnet Ridge Runner. Won't leave home without it. And to accompany that, my Chill Gorilla tarp with the pull-out mods. I got some titanium stakes in there as well. The combo is just stellar. Alright, bottom of the pack. We'll get to the end here. This is a Nylofume bag. Waterproof, very tough, super light. I got this from a website called Lightsmith, but it's basically for this purpose, to keep the things you need dry at the bottom of your pack. Got my REI Puffy Vest. Awesome layering item. Keep your core warm, especially at camp. Got my North Face thermal ball Puffy Jacket. This thing I'll wear around camp, and then a lot of times I'll use it to as my pillow, and I'll stuff it into this stuff sack. It's got fleece on one side, silk nylon on the other side, and this is sometimes my pillow combination. If it's really cold, I'll wear this, and I'll just stuff my extra socks or something in here and just use it. A lot of times in the Ridge Runner, you don't need too much space, you know, for a pillow, but still, it works out real well. Extra socks. These are the ones that got wet. Then when you're going to bed, you need big, puffy, fluffy, warm socks. These always stay dry. These are only wore when you're sleeping. These I think I just got, they're just like cheap Walmart big puffy socks, and they keep my feet toasty. And also to stay warm, especially now that it's getting colder, because it got down to like 23, 24 degrees, Another waffle pattern Polar Tech thermal bottom. Only wear these when I'm sleeping as well. Toasty warm. And then to round it out, the Lynx 20-degree underquilt for my Ridge Runner. And for my top quilt, hammock gear, Burrow, Econ, 10-degree. Wasn't cold a bit. Love this thing. It worked fantastically well. That's it for that. And then last but certainly not least, the actual Gregory Optic 48 backpack. I use this thing all summer and it's performed beautifully. And I will have an in-depth review of this coming up very, very soon. So be sure to check back to get a look at that. But that's all I got. If you like this video, consider subscribing right down there. If you want to check out a couple more videos, I'll post some over here. And then I have an Instagram where I post a lot of the pictures of the trips I go on. You can follow me on Instagram right up here. But that's it for my stuff. I appreciate you watching. Just get outside, have some fun. See you on the next one.